Welcome to a new Alpha Magnus experience. So got me a new phone because my old phone stopped making phone calls. Uh, it was a 6-year-old phone. It might have been older than that. I don't know. It was an iPhone XS, and decided to finally get a new one. So I switched teams, got me a new thing here. This is going to change everything because now I get this like fisheye kind of thing going here, and I can have everything where I want it, and I don't have to worry about messing with anything. The only thing I got to do now is get a better stand so this doesn't flop. Probably gonna hook that above me, and then we're gonna be good. So today I've got this. This is a special little thing that I'm doing here. Previously, I apologize, I don't know where it is. I have an Optimus Prime that I made from one of these Halo figures. The Halo figure here. This is like an old model kit that was like magnets together, and then the top you'd put the Master Chief head on, and it would be like that. Well, I saw a meme, so I did it. I decided to make Megatron here, which is not only funny, but if you've ever watched, I'll put it this way: if you're already starting to get angry at this, please watch Megatron's Master Plan. It is available here on YouTube. It is two episodes, I think, actually, of Transformers, and it is exactly what has gone on in the United States. So, not to get political, but subterfuge. It happens. Now, the funnier thing is that I originally planned this to be Malcolm McDowell head from the Heroes line, and I just never purchased that figure, so whatever. It's going to be Donnie T for the moment. I might change it later if I decide to, but I mean, this is like super easy to swap the head out. It could be anybody. It could be Dean and Sam over here. Unfortunately the Master Chief head doesn't fit on there, but I might be making this into a Megatron helmet to go over it anyway. We'll find out. Today we're just going to be doing this. So the other one that I had, I actually took a Centurion head and chopped that up pretty well to make it look like Dairy Con Convoy, which is a Dairy Con is like I think a Wisconsin fan convention, and so. And I know what you might be thinking, why is he cutting this? That doesn't seem to make sense. It's because this is supposed to be Pretender Megatron. So technically, not even this person, if you want to go that route. It is this Megatron that I'm using to slide into here. None of the Pretenders really did that well. The Optimus Prime one also has a thing that I made with an Optimus Prime fits inside of it. There we go. Now I just gotta slice this. Get out my trusty blade. Almost missed that spot. Alright, give it a little test. That's going to work pretty good. I did cut it a little bit bigger because of this, and it does get bigger on this end. So I did want it to kind of push all the way to the front, which is why we're going to have to then cut this piece out here. See if I can pop this up. There we go. I didn't think I glued this. I just snapped it together. Check out some of my other videos if you want to see some of my customizing, etc. I'm doing the Sam & Dean Winchester here, which might get another video today. And then I did just put together America Gundam here. America! Yeah, he's... that was more fun than I thought it was going to be in general. So I got to make it about that big. This stuff cuts kind of weird. It gets hot and then turns to molten. Alright, so that cut that. Don't let that get too close to Danky King there. I gotta start putting some of this stuff away. Put it on shelves and such, because it is getting a little cramped in here. There we go. Cut some of this excess through here. Alright, so that keeps it together, nice and good. Nice and good. That's a little beat up there. Cool, that still attaches that. Now the fun part is that this attached via a magnet, which is no longer there. And if I can remember correctly, I want to say that that same thing happened on the other one as well. So this plugs in through here. This is the front. And this goes to the bottom. Boom. So everything else seems to be working perfect. Noise. Noise, noise. Now let's boop. Zoom in here. This is the old magnet, so we can click that together. This piece, from what I did last time, I made this where we're going to attach that head. And that seemed to work pretty well. As I said, it's been a couple years since I made that. So let's see if this squeezes. Oh, like a glove. So I could choose to have it that way and then have his head here. Like, you know what? I might be able to just reuse this and just plop it sideways instead. That could work too. But yeah, wow, that actually that actually works pretty well. Or I could slide it this way. That was my other idea, is to slide it through here. I can get it. Oh, you know what? That gets caught. So yeah, this does work perfect here. Huh, sweet. Guess that's how we're gonna do it. It kind of stinks that this isn't the same chrome. Whatever. I could care less at this point. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to take this magnet out. It looks like that goes there. So what I was thinking is I could just because that's not going to work that way. But I did want to cover this up. So maybe something like that. That makes his head stick up way too high. But I want this to be, I want it to spin. So let's try this. Take some of this garbage out of here. I gotta get my vacuum out here. Because I do like the neck piece on this. That's the one thing that I did want to keep. I don't really want to cut myself. I'm trying to cut this. I might have to rethink this piece, because this is a magnetic metal. Do I have my clamp around? Because what I need is a bigger one of these to snap it right off. We're going to try these. These are the weird scissors that I got. I'm going to do this close to me because I don't trust... I can hear it cracking. Alright. That's something. I really don't want to cut my hand here. That's... Well, his head went flying, but that popped that sucker right off. Look at that. That's what it looks like underneath. So, I was actually expecting this to be I was expecting it to be solid. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Because I was gonna put a screw right there, but I don't have the screw to put there. Great. Great. So let's do this. Let's see if this works. We're gonna flip the script here and put this like that. And this piece can go right there. We shall see. So let's cut this a little bit so that it looks a little cleaner. I want this to be like that. Or do I want it to actually cover this? This is the fun part of the quest here. Figuring out where I want to cram this stuff. Alright. If I do that, his head's going to be way too tall. So I got to cut a little bit of this off on each side. Which isn't the end of the world. But if... Ooh. Rolling stuff again. What stinks is that I usually have like a ton of extra stuff, but I just don't have that here to bounce off of, so I'm gonna have to do with what I got. You know, it is actually shiny on this side though too, so maybe I can just shave these two pieces off right there and slide this down, and then that'll give me the clearance that I want. We're just taking this all apart. Taking her all apart again. I'm trying not to get discouraged because for some reason a lot of these custom videos that I do don't really get too much traction. But it's one of those things where we just got to keep doing it. The old, if you build it, they will come thing. Slay them all, let them come. Let them come. Right, okay. Slide that back in hither. That actually fits in there so well, it's kind of scary how well that worked. So then I slide this. Ah, look at that. I think it was meant to be. So then this can go here. I just don't know if I want to put the magnet there or if I want to see how it looks with everything together. I'm also very excited because then I'll have the Megatron and Optimus together in one little morsel. That actually doesn't look bad, but I got to make it so that his head can turn, which is going to be the problem. If I put this on, okay. I ran into a similar issue with the previous one, so shouldn't expect this to be much different. And it came off from that, so that actually might be more in my favor now. So what I might do is just put this back up here, glue that on. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. And then this, I'll put the magnet inside of it instead. So that kind of settled itself. Thank you, gravity. Let me know below if you like, hate, want more of these videos. I always like making custom videos. I tried this before years ago, and it's always fun. But as I said, it does get kind of exhausting when you do all this stuff and it doesn't really go anywhere. All right. With me. Oh. Swing that. Where? Oof! Just popped my neck. That was wonderful. Let's see. How do I want to do this? I'm going to get some glue. First thing I'm going to do. I rhymed that on purpose, I think. Here's the next part, fun part. Where the hell did I put my glue at? There it is. I don't think I'm going to need to use Milliput for this. I'm just going to use the old cheapo dollar store super glue. Milliput's fine, but what I've noticed whenever you work with chrome is that Milliput will get on it immediately and it will never leave. It becomes one with the chrome and you can never get it off. And I would rather avoid all possible issues with the chrome. So we're going to take this off first. We're going to push this down about there. Try to get this as clean on here as we can. There. So the other thing we got to worry about is being able to take this out, because the whole point is that it is supposed to come out. All right, looks good. So we're gonna leave it right about there. Normally I would use accelerator on this. It is super glue accelerator, and it it accelerates the process. Zoop, I don't want that to get on. Let's put that under here. So I've officially made it where that can no longer come off. Then this piece, we're gonna plop right here. This I might have to go through and do some other gluing later, but this should hold it for now. That is the beautiful part about making your own customs, is that you're not stuck by any time limits. I've actually got a couple of commissions I gotta get the hell out of my house. So like, that's the nicest way to put it. They need to go, because I've had them for a long time, and I gotta get them out. All right, so Megatron here is gonna be good. Now I gotta figure out the head. So probably gonna do something like that, because I want it to be as centered as possible in there. Now, if you notice, I'm using just regular snips here. 9 times out of 10, regular snips are gonna do everything you need with plastic. You should not need to go crazy using power tools. The power tool thing was just so I could get a quicker, cleaner cut on that guy. So the back looks good. Might need to trim that down a little bit just to get it to squeeze in there. No, actually that looks pretty good. The front just needs trimmed down quite a bit. I'm usually pretty good at eyeballing it, so I don't recommend doing the same thing I'm doing here, where I'm just shoving stuff in. All right, that needs to be a little bit thinner. This corner, right here. Bingo. That gets kind of scary right here, because I need to be able to glue this. Do I have? I do. I have this little piece of metal here, which I'm going to use to kind of lock it in place where I want to get it. And then we're going to use some super glue. Glue the head. Okay. There we go. Now, I don't know how I'm going to set this down. Is this? Oh, good. His head's nice and flat on top, so that works. clear off my main space here. And that's it. We are going to let that all sit. I'm going to redo some of the glue later. I'm going to try to find that other, that Optimus. I got him sitting around here somewhere. One of my more favorite customs that I did back then. So check out my DairyCon convoy. And then once this is all done, then I'm going to start working on the helmet. And I do want this to look like Megatron when we're done. I don't know how that's all going to work. I might have to flip it around. That actually does look super good that way. I also thought it would be funny to make this as like a red hat. Not sure if I'm going to go that route or not. But we will see next time on Alpha Magnus Creates Stuff. Until next time, I'm Alpha Magnus. These are toys.